Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I kind of have a video that I'm nervous about posting. I'm nervous about talking about. I'm nervous also about not talking about it and not posting about it. Because the last thing I want is for this to maybe affect my daughter. So if any of her friends are watching this, I need you to take it with the whole heart and not do anything to hurt her. I don't even know why I bother with makeup. Since last year in school, my daughter she was slightly bullied in school. More, it was just like mean girl, words being said. There was one small threat we took seriously. My daughter went to see the counselor about it, but we didn't worry about it very much. It was the end of the school year, so we just kind of let the summer simmer things down and not worry about it. And since school has started, it has gotten worse. And I'm not going to go into details to protect my daughter's privacy, but it got vulgar last week on social media. And we had to involve the school and the counselors and the principal and the other parents, luckily. But it shouldn't have happened. I can't take that away from my daughter, ever. And I don't ever want that to happen to her again. I don't want it to happen to my other kids. So that's why I'm doing this video, to help you as parents, whether you're married or single or raising a kid by yourself, or you're an aunt or an uncle or a grandparent and you can help your kids or your sisters or your friends, help them because of this. That's why I want to do it. I have friends that have different opportunities to help kids because of their jobs, and that's the way they can help, and I don't have that opportunity. So I'm using this venue, and I hope that you guys will take this as okay for me to post here on my channel. I'm a mom, and I'm going to deal with issues with my kids in my way, and so I had to write down my thoughts so that I didn't get too distracted. In terms of bullying, what we as parents need to understand, that not only is it not okay for our kids to be bullied, and we'll get to that, but it is not okay for our own children to bully others. We need to teach them here in the home that it is not okay to say words that we can't take back. It is not okay to be threatening in any way, whether we mean it or not. We need to teach our kids that the words and the actions that we use, and we show it by example, have an effect on people. And unfortunately, my daughter is learning that the hard way and how she's been treated, but it's also teaching her what not to say to people herself. And that's good in some ways. It's teaching her how hurtful it feels to have those words thrown at you. So it's our job as parents to teach them. But it's also our job as parents to discipline our children if they have been the bully themselves. And whether we find out about that directly or indirectly from other parents or from the school or from a counselor, however we find out about it, it's our job to discipline our children in our own way, in our own homes. But it is our job to do that. We can't just say, oh, this is just kids being kids, or boys being boys, or girls being dramatic. I've had that thrown in my face by other parents lately, that this is just girls being dramatic. That's not okay. I won't accept that. Yes, girls can be catty, and they can be mean and say, I don't want to be your friend anymore. I totally get that. But when it involves other things or drastic measures, it's not okay. In terms of other kids bullying our kids, that as parents, it is our job to protect them. It is our job to protect them from getting hit by cars. So we teach them to look both ways. And it's our job as parents to teach our children to look both ways. When bullies are coming at them, that they need to protect themselves and I need to protect them. That when they get bullied, I'm going to do everything that I can to either prevent it or to stop it. It's our job to follow up with the school, with counselors, with principals, with teachers, until the problem is resolved to the best of our ability. And then it's obviously in the hands of the parents that are involved. It is our job as parents to talk to our children about their feelings, to not let them hold those feelings inside, not bottle them up, not want to talk about them here at home. We have to create a safer environment for our children to want to talk to us. At the age of 13 in our state, or even just in our county, I'm not sure. At the age of 13, the counselors at my daughter's school are not obligated to tell me what my daughter talks to her about. I don't know how I feel about that, to be honest. I'm not very happy. But what I can teach my daughter is that no matter what she says to that counselor, yes, it is private, but that she is 100% open to talk to me about it here at home as well. And that I will find a way that is comfortable for her to talk to me about in private. But we have to create that environment that our kids feel safe to talk to us at home as well. I understand that it's probably really helpful for my daughter or for all kids to be able to talk to a professional counselor. So I'm very lucky that our school has that ability. In terms of kids getting bullied, be persistent as a parent. Follow up with the school, follow up with the counselors, follow up with your own children. Ask if they're talking to their counselors. Ask if they're getting help. Ask if things have resolved themselves with the other people that are involved with the bullying, or if it's bleeding on to other friends and if it's being perpetuated by other people, or if there's retaliation. That's what I'm currently really worried about, is retaliation. Having dealt with the situation and having gotten parents involved, retaliation is a real thing, and I don't know how I'm going to deal with that when that happens, and I know it probably will. I'm just going to deal with that as it comes, because I don't want that to then become a problem as well. One thing that's really helped my daughter lately, not necessarily with the person that she's being bullied with, but with other friends of hers, is that I can be a mediator between her and her other friends. And I have an open relationship with other friends' parents, and we can help them learn how to communicate with each other. We have sit-down meetings with each other as a group, as parents and children, and teach them how to talk to each other, how to tell them how our feelings are and what things are hurtful when we say them, to teach them how to be kind and teach them how to resolve issues and how to be better friends with each other. It's our job to teach our children how to do this. They're children. They don't know how. I'm sorry. I'm very blessed that some of my daughter's best friends have parents, and maybe that's why they're best friends, because they're raised by good parents. But I have a good enough relationship with a lot of them that I can do this with. I can talk to them. I'm sorry, I'm a hot mess. I'll get cleaned up here. I thought I was a good parent in monitoring what my kids do with electronics, and I don't let my kids have any social media accounts. My oldest is obviously 13. I have an 11-year-old now who's in middle school. None of them have any social media accounts. They don't have Snapchat, Musical.ly, Facebook, Instagram. They don't have anything. Like nothing. I have Marco Polo on my phone, and the only people that they can chat with are my sisters and my brothers, their aunts and uncles. And that's it, and their grandpa when he wants to do it. That's it. And I don't have a problem being the bad guy and telling them that they can't have those things, because the bullying that happened to my daughter came through social media directly. And we didn't have to find out about it ourselves. We had to find out about it through another friend who had that kind of an account. And luckily we did. But they don't get to have that. They don't even have phones. I'm archaic, I guess, but they don't even have a phone. And I'm, again, totally fine with that. But that's a call you have to make as a parent, whether you allow those kinds of things. But just know that you're opening up their world to this kind of hate and hurt feelings that are projected through social media. We as parents, I feel pressure from social media myself. Does my house look perfect? Are my crafting skills up to par? And my kids perfectly dressed? And all this kind of stuff. I feel pressure as an adult. Imagine what children are feeling these days with all this social media thrown at their face. Because of this last event in my daughter's life, I guess, it lit a flame underneath me. And I finally, after talking myself out of it, oh, my kids are good. They make good choices. I don't need to do things that are extra in terms of locking down electronics. But I went for it. I have a really good friend who told me about an app called Our Pact, and there are plenty of apps out there. There's ways of locking down electronics from Wi-Fi. There's plenty of things out there. I'm not promoting any one thing, but I can set schedules for electronic time. I can block it at any given time. I can lock down certain apps. I can lock down certain websites. I can set adult content to be blocked from it. I finally just went ahead and did that because I realized that even if they're not trying to find those kinds of things, the internet is a scary place. And so they're going to find it. They're going to type one word in and they're going to find something that is not okay. So it's my job as a parent, again, to prevent that from coming into their life while they're here at home. And I know that as I prepare my kids, especially my oldest, to get a phone, if I prepare her in the next year or two with these kinds of controls, I can have those same kind of controls on a phone as she goes into high school, and it will be more comfortable for her at that point because she'll be used to it, and she won't use her phone with a negative consequence. Another thing that I'm teaching my children right now, especially with having the help of other parents, is we're teaching them how to communicate with each other away from electronics. It kind of combines both of these different topics that I'm talking about. Teaching them that texting your feelings back and forth is not going to resolve them, but they need to get face to face and they need to talk about their feelings. I think this other person that was bullying my daughter used an electronic to voice her feelings in a negative way when it could have been resolved with a simple conversation, face to face. And those words probably wouldn't have been used and it wouldn't have been so vulgar had it been face to face. Sometimes I think we use social media because we can hide behind a camera and you don't see the feelings on someone's face when they're right in front of you. But if we are person to person, we probably will not do those things. At least I hope not. So if I can prevent that by teaching my daughter how, then I think we're better off. That's it, you guys. I feel like I'm a rambling mess, but I hope I got my point across. And I don't know what's going to come of this video. I really don't. I don't know if it's going to help anyone. I hope it does. You can leave a comment below if this helps you or if you have further questions. I'm not an expert. I have no idea how I'm going to raise these girls of mine. It's a mean world out there, and I have it literally outside my doorstep. And I don't know how I'm going to do it, but maybe I can get your help. Maybe you've already done this. Maybe you already know, and you can help me. I think that's the glory of social media, is that we can help each other, and we can build each other up, and we can help each other learn how to do this. Because I don't know if you're like me, but like, we didn't know how to do diapers when we first had kids. We didn't know how to deal with colic or, diaper rash when we first had children, but we asked about it. We asked our friends, and we opened up, and we said, this is a hard night. And we asked for help from our pediatricians on how to raise these kids. And so now that they're growing up and they're becoming teenagers, I think we still have an obligation to learn how to do it. And if I have a way of reaching out to you to learn how to do it, then I'm going to do that. So that's it. I don't know what else to say. I'm kind of putting myself out there, but I'm learning that if I do that, I connect with you guys, and I maybe connect with someone who's new and who needs this help, or knows how to help me. I don't know. But I'm willing to take that risk. I'm willing to take that risk for my own kids. I have the support of my husband. I have the support of my family. I have love for all of them to take care of them to the best of my ability. So that's it, you guys. I know that this is a really different video than I normally do here on my channel, but this is why I have been a little bit off this past week in all the videos that I have posted. With me and my husband, we talk about it every time that we're together, and that's why we don't tend to film during our day in the life a lot, because we're talking about this and how to deal with it, or we're talking to the principals and how do we help our daughter when she gets home, and setting up the environment to be able to help her. It's impacted our life, but we're willing to let it impact us to help her. So okay, that's it, you guys. No more crying on videos for a long time, hopefully. Hopefully I don't have to do a follow-up to this video. But I hope you are all doing well. I hope you subscribe and come back for more. I won't have cry sessions for the most part. Day in the life videos. I do crafting. We have lots of fall decorations and holidays coming up. I love to work on that kind of stuff. Don't have any vacations that are coming up, which is unfortunate, but I do have vacation stuff that we do in the past. So I hope you stick around and subscribe and come back for more. This is real life. I don't hide behind a camera. I show the mess. I show the chaos and the hurt, like today. So I hope you support that and come back for more. Take care. Bye.